Alright, welcome to the third episode of the Tech Void podcast by Void Media. I'm Tim Kors, here with
Rodrigo Brandão
and Mitchell Sandara. Yo.
He's actually very new to recording podcasts. He's not a new member. He's actually did many things behind the scenes, like planning the podcast and make sure that everything was in place for us to record podcasts. So, we're going to start this podcast with a little discussion. What have y'all been playing? Let's start with Rodrigo.
What have I been playing? Okay, Clash Royale on my phone. I'm not much of a gamer, at least not lately, because, I'm trying to not get addicted to a game and get bad grades on my
very hard thing
my
to do.
So yeah.
Would you say it's also your junior year in this case?
Well, yeah, it's my junior year. Senior year, I'll play all the games I want, but right now...
Yeah, junior year is kind of a tough year because you're trying to get everything done and ready for senior year.
But then again, it's also pretty lazy. I'll be honest with you, it's more relaxed than last year, okay? I can tell you all the nights haven't slept, and that 1 week, specifically last year, that 1 week before the final exams, I didn't sleep at all. Just one little nap on Thursday, and next week, pretty much I ended up being sick for 2 months straight.
Let me ask you a question. On those nights you didn't sleep, were you gaming all night?
No, I was focused studying for my classes, like physics AP, US history AP, pre-calculus, and so on.
I know, that was a joke.
Gotta keep that GPA up.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta keep it up.
So what have y'all been playing?
So for me, I'm not much of a gamer anymore, but the games I usually play would be like lottery games, okay? Brain puzzle games. In this case, I'm not much more of a Clash Royale person, but more of like, if I can test my knowledge in this case. But usually, as of right now, I'm just watching more videos about games because I'm too broke for them. Example is Mortal Kombat 11, okay? Like, the graphics in that game is so amazing.
I haven't even unlocked everything in Mortal Kombat X, and then Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out, like, right around the corner.
And it's a big improvement. We're talking about, like, graphics that look so realistic.
I know.
And a better storyline, hopefully, okay?
So also, I've been playing kind of a mix of games. Primarily, I've been playing Need for Speed Payback on the PS4. Basically, open world Need for Speed game where you like go and find races and like.
Is that the latest one?
I don't know if it's the latest one. I just like found it on the store and it was kind of at a discount, so I got it.
Okay.
Also, I really like the mode where you can go like just like free roam and then like you could find an abandoned car or whatever. And like I got abandoned like a cool looking green Jaguar, and it was like just abandoned Jaguar with like all these cool decals, and it had the green underlight on it. Super fast. Yeah, I saw it. I know, GTA 5 is screening. Yeah. Like, it was behind, like, a hotel. I went, like, behind the hotel, and they changed the abandoned car every week. I went behind the hotel and, like, found this Jaguar and, like, took it, and, like, the police are coming after me. It was, like, so fun to do, like, the car chases. I actually missed it inside, like, Need for Speed, because I hadn't played a Need for Speed game in so long. It's so fun.
Okay.
So, like...
People win millions of dollars playing League of Legends. Like, they're professional gamers. Like, for someone with Fortnite, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Jeez.
I don't know if y'all heard, but Miss Stiller was asking about professional gamers. They've been recently winning a lot of money for Fortnite, and that kind of gives a little segue into another game I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite and Apex Legends lately. I don't know why, but I kind of took a break from Battle Royale games. Now I'm just like kind of joining back in. I think it's mostly because like my friends been asking me to play many of these Battle Royale games. So I've been hopping back on those, and especially Call of Duty Blackout. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Blackout mode lately. It's been super duper fun.
I haven't played that in a long time.
Especially the Hot Pursuit mode where like you drop in and there's like police cars and everything.
Okay.
So on to our next topic, the Apple event. Apple recently had an event a few days ago where they announced the Apple TV Plus subscription, Apple News subscription, Apple Arcade. Let's talk about the Apple TV Plus. It's kind of like a service to rival Netflix, right?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
HBO and all those.
Yeah, I'm not surprised considering that cable is dying, sadly.
Yeah.
But you know,
Sadly.
I mean, it's easier to get to watch my shows, okay? The thing is, like, will Apple TV Plus be better than Netflix?
Yeah, like mostly, like I mostly watch this, I mostly watch these shows on Comedy Central and stuff, and like I never really had the time to watch live TV because there's so much commercials, and then I never seem to like catch things when they go live. So I would usually get on like the Comedy Central app and like watch my shows because cable's kind of dying. And I think Apple is seeing this too because like they're expanding the Apple TV service. They're like, now we could start charging people and have like a viable TV service to provide to our customers instead of having DirecTV, Comcast, whatever, Time Warner.
Oh yeah, they were also on that. But it's also, I remember like when we were kids and we would just like watch cartoons like at Ed, Ed Eddies or PBS if you're one of those kids, you know.
Oh no.
But you know, it's like to find what time your show is gonna be on, you'd have to either use a pamphlet or just scroll through endless.
I had Dish Network, like when I lived in my old town. I had Dish Network, and they had like a little thing where you like did a timer, and like whenever that timer would go off, it automatically switched to that channel. And
that's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like, I just be on my couch as a little kid, just scrolling through with the remote, and just like, what is this? And just keep going, all the way to the very end. And at this point, I think Netflix, looking back, I'm just like, we need Netflix.
Yeah, like I mostly just like I don't even really use on demand on my TV. Like I mostly just like find whatever I want to watch. Like especially YouTube now, like the level of content and like the production quality they put into the content on YouTube is like kind of taking my time away that I used to spend on TV to YouTube.
Still, I mean, the problem with all these streaming services is it might be more convenient, but it's more expensive at the same time. Because I mean, like,
but like,
it's all separated into the.
But like, think about
No.
cable though. You gotta pay for the service. You gotta pay for the cable box,
Right.
And like all the equipment
It's
you gotta
pretty
put out there.
expensive, like, yeah.
And then like you gotta like to change services. You gotta call people out to get the equipment back. Like pay someone to come get the equipment back, and then pay an installment plan to get the equipment back and like from the other company back installed into your house. And like it's just so much of a hassle now when you could just go on your Apple TV or Fire TV and just pay for a subscription service to watch your TV.
But yeah, back to the home money part. You gotta make your money's worth. Yeah, just saying. I mean, like Netflix is like, what is it, $16 a month, right? Maybe 12.
I remember when it used to be $10 a month. I hadn't even
It used
kicked
to
it up.
be 8. It used to be 8, and they used to mail to your house.
Oh, mail the DVDs or Blu-rays to your
That was
house?
so old. Okay. Like,
Yeah.
But like, you gotta make your money's worth.
I remember before like streaming boxes were available, I used to, like my mom used to get a laptop and like hook it up to the TV with HDMI cord and everything. Like when Netflix was still there, and like it was such a cool time switching to Netflix.
Okay. So what's our next topic?
The Apple News subscription. Apple recently released a subscription to pay for news and magazines out on Apple devices.
How much is it?
I don't know if they released a price on it. We can actually look right now and see if they... So, Apple News actually coming back with that. Apple News Plus, they don't have an exact price as of right now on Apple News Plus, but they're kind of doing a trial event for the Apple News Plus, and they offer many different publications on it, and I think it's a pretty good idea as a news lover. I think they're gonna follow the same $9.99 price that they offered for the. I think they're offering $9.99 for the Apple Arcade, and I think
I can clarify that. Yep. With
Yeah.
one month free trial.
yeah, 1 month free trial.
Yes.
Oh, Apple actually released it now, So
And this is also the featured ones are just regular magazines you would get, like National Geographic or Time magazine in this case. So, because nowadays we don't really buy newspapers anymore, even magazines too.
yeah, like I mostly just go online. Like I'm a big news guy, obviously. Like I report for the Panther Press, and like I do KOTV, and I'm just like very involved in news stuff, and like I love reading news. That's why I like do what I do.
I like the memes of the news. Instagram, you be 12 a.m. in the morning, you just be scrolling through, and you see a meme about like such political stuff.
Yeah.
Funniest thing ever.
Yeah, and then like Panther Press, we have our stuff all like online because like that's where things are going. Things are going online, and like people still love the novelty of like having a paper newspaper and like having a paper magazine, but like it's kind of like moving away from that because it's like the convenience of like just going on your phone, going to a website, or clicking on the app and like loading up the news and just like glancing at the news for a little bit.
And hey, less
People
paper.
don't want to like read like huge stories anymore either. Like
less paper too. Okay, we really waste a lot of paper on these kind of magazines. So
For sure.
to counteract this kind of stuff, going online is pretty much an effective way.
yeah, and we're also seeing like many schools in the area like going online. Like I think all of Klein ISD has a online newspaper instead of like paper newspaper. So we're kind of seeing that like in schools and everything else too.
It is also on to our next topic, which is the Google Stadia in this case.
So Google, speaking of streaming services, they made a big leap, announced this new platform called Google Stadia, to where you could play high quality AAA games, like games you get on the Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. You could play these games on your laptop. We do not recommend you do it on your school laptop. Do not do that. On your personal laptop, tablet, phone, anything that has a Google Chrome browser, you could play the game on it.
Yeah.
And you could seamlessly transition your progress between these different devices and stream your games to the internet.
Basically, it gets rid of the processing requirement on your computer, so it just basically streams the visual information on your computer. So, but there's like one problem with that. It's like the latency that's created with the controls and stuff. That's one thing Google has to address.
Yeah. And I recently saw a report by one of the heads at Google. They said they're trying to address the latency and trying to slim it down so much. They actually said, as of right now, they could play. There's so much latency that isn't there now. Like they actually cleaned it up after the event, and there's so much less latency that they could play like fighting games on it. Like I don't know what fighting games, but they could play like fighting games without having as much latency, which latency is kind of important in fighting games as it's very fast paced, and like if you have a little bit of lag, someone can like knock you out of something, or like knock you out of the game.
Right.
So what do y'all think about Google Stadia?
I think, would I buy it? No.
I mean, I think it's great because you don't have to buy all these consoles anymore, because Google Stadia will have everything. Because you don't need a PS4 or Nintendo Switch. It's all in one.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it works. If it works properly without any latency, then
I feel like
sure.
it's just.
I'm just worried it's gonna like bog down internet speeds, as it's gonna like require a lot of bandwidth on your internet.
Too much and lag too much, because we're talking about games like on the Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, that's a lot of data you're transmitting through the internet.
These are some high quality games, like on
like Assassin's
iPhone,
Creed Odyssey.
like, that's also a very beautiful game. Okay, like those kind of games would be like on my iPad, on my iPhone. That's kind of like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a lot of.
It's like also controlled as well. It's like.
But they also said you can use any controller. Like as of right now, like Xbox One controllers can connect to any device with Bluetooth, and PlayStation also. And they're also expanding support for Nintendo Switch Pro controllers and Joy-Cons. So if you have one of these controllers, you could use it on the Google Stadia streaming service. You could also just buy the controller that is made for the Google Stadia. Or I think they're gonna eventually have touchscreen controls on these devices too for you to use if you don't feel like bringing around a controller. So I think that's pretty cool.
Apple also has a competitor with the Google Stadia, which is Apple Arcade.
But the difference between the Apple Arcade and Google Stadia is that the Apple Arcade, it's mobile games. It's like a mobile game service, kind of like kind of how Xbox is doing it with the Game Pass. I don't know if any of y'all have Xbox. Do y'all have Xbox?
PS4 is better.
Yeah.
Just saying, PS4 is way better.
Anyway, Apple is offering many mobile games a month with the Apple Arcade, and like they're gonna be continuously adding premium App Store games. Like I think NBA 2K is gonna be on there, and Monument Valley, some Crossy Road games look like. They're gonna have many premium App Store games that you pay a few dollars a month for on your iPhone. What do y'all think about this? Honestly, I'm not a big mobile fan. Like I can like looking at my
fun, but is it worth the money? You know, like that's what I say to myself when I pay for Netflix. You know, like is it worth $10 to $16 to watch like over 300 shows in like 3 days? I say yes. I say yes. You know, I say yes.
But looking at my phone, like I only have like one game on my phone. Like the rest of them are like apps that
iPhone, so T.
Like I also don't have an iPhone, but I used to have an iPhone, and I'm not.
Can't relate.
But like,
Cannot relate.
but the thing is, like, I only have like one game on my phone. Also, I have like an Apple device at home that I use for like playing games and stuff every now and then. And I don't have many mobile games on my phone. I just don't really play mobile games. I've never really been a fan of mobile games.
Yeah.
That much. Like it's just like a good time waster thing. Like if I'm waiting to get my hair cut or
You know, like apps like Flappy Bird, okay, like a lot of the apps on Apple are like just pretty much just like
time wasters.
Time wasters. Flappy Bird, okay, Subway Surfers.
Crossy Road, even like they're trying to like offer. I think
they're
they're trying to
good
offer
games
Crossy Road, but
for a
like
short
it's a
period
good
of time.
yeah, it's a good game, but like it's not like a full-fledged game like Xbox is offering with Game Pass or
But
PlayStation Plus.
There's full games on your phone. If they just cost money, that's the thing. Like Terraria, that's on your phone, and it's actually like good. It's actually a good version of Terraria.
But like, will people be willing to pay for these games? Like, most people they get on the phone for a few minutes, play some games, and then like put it back up. Like, like if you're paying for like if I'm paying like for a subscription for games, I expect to like be sitting down playing the game for like hours and hours on end. Like kind of like a normal game I'd play on my PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, whatever I play on.
I mean, it depends on the person. If you don't have an Xbox, if you're like my brother who's at college and he doesn't have space because he's in the dorm, he doesn't have space for an Xbox or a PS4. So like, what's his options for gaming? I mean,
yeah.
He can use
But
his
like,
Mac, but
but I also like about this is giving options though. It's giving options to people who like don't have those devices, like Rodrigo was saying. It gives options for those people, and I kind of respect Apple for doing that. Kind of like giving an option to pay a certain price for like a month for a subscription service and like getting a little bit of games with it, and I think that's a good idea. So even though I kind of showed a little bit of criticism towards it, I still respect it. You know. On to our next news topic, the next and last news topic of the day. The PlayStation State of Play is kind of copying the Nintendo Direct model and like showing a games presentation. I even saw like the animations. They're kind of like the same as Nintendo Direct, like the little blade animation and everything. Did any of y'all watch it?
no, I did not.
I watched Nintendo Direct, so baby, I'm a real fan. See,
A real Nintendo fan?
Yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, okay? Like, they released Super Smash Brothers, okay? Like, if that is not one of the best games to play with your friends, you know, that, like, name me another game, okay? PlayStation's All-Stars 2, like, that was popular.
Okay, FIFA's a good one.
FIFA? Yeah,
it's pretty good.
FIFA.
I mean, it's a trash game, but it's fun to play.
Like, you would want to get a game, you know,
Kind of like Fortnite.
that just you and your friends would just sit together in the living room, screaming at each other, throwing food at each other, you know, having fun, laughing. Okay, Mario Party, Mario Kart, god, that blue shell, okay, you know, like Super Smash Brothers, so on, okay. Nintendo has all these really good party games to have fun with.
But also like PlayStation, they're like trying to like, they're trying to kind of find their place because they were like on top, and now they're seeing kind of Nintendo and Microsoft like catch up, and like they want to still be on top for the next generation of consoles that are coming out around the corner.
PlayStation hasn't released its fifth generation yet. Just wait till it does.
Yeah. I'm not doubting them. I'm just saying like they still want to be on top. Yeah.
If they do want to be on top, I'd honestly say is expand your type of games in this case. So like PlayStation.
Like it's mostly like adventure and like story-based games.
Okay, let's see. God of War, the new one. Okay, that one is especially an adventure game.
Yeah, but like it's more about like the stories they tell too. Like they don't have much like, because like I like the story-based games, but like I kind of want more diversity. I want like I kind of want a game that's like Gears of War or Call of Duty. I want like Nintendo has like Mario Kart and stuff, and like the different IPs. Like Sony, they kind of have like the IPs, but like they're mostly like story-based games. Like Ratchet and Clank, even we've been seeing like more story-based. And like the only like non-story-based game that I've really seen exclusive like on PlayStation is the Gran Turismo game. Correct me if I'm wrong, that may be the only exclusive that isn't story-based, and like Gran Turismo Sport. So,
amen.
The racing game.
But if they were to expand it, you know, like it reach out to more people. Okay, Nintendo, like their games are for everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
whether you're elderly or kids, like anyone can play it. So if PS4 were to do this and Xbox, then it'd be a really big sell-off.
Yeah, and I also, they're trying to like expand into VR in a way that like other companies aren't. So I think they're trying to like expand in that space, and like they have the Iron Man. They have this Iron Man VR game, and it actually looks like a like decent game, and like it's like looks like a very like immersive game where like I think you're gonna fly as like Iron Man and like do cool stuff as Iron Man. I think they're gonna expand in that way. And like the state of play is mostly VR games. What do y'all think? Do y'all think they're kind of like trying to show that they're moving into VR for the next generation of hardware from Sony?
I think so.
Yeah.
But VR systems, it gotta take some use to, because that is just something. Okay, like, I remember the first VR system games came out, and it was all jump scare and like freak people out, but it's actually becoming more, you know, like funner. You know, it's expanding their games. There's the art drawing thing, which I would love to use. There is those, I think, carnival games you can do. Five Nights at Freddy's is also doing a VR system. The surgeon simulators, like more like expanding.
Yeah, more
will
like
make it more popular in this case.
Yeah, like I think they should make it like more immersive. I think. Overall, the PlayStation State of Play, it was mostly like just like games we already seen, and then like stuff you would see like in other parts of the media. So it's kind of like redundant to watch the PlayStation State of Play. I didn't really see any new announcements that like really like popped out at me. So, do you think like this PlayStation State of Play is gonna like grow and become like a bigger thing in the future? Like as PlayStation is like skipping E3 this year and everything?
It will. It'll just take some time. It always does. You know, like VR systems are still pretty new, okay, but to make the right games, and also with the economy, you know, like there's kids that probably can't buy it, but there are also some kids that do. You know, it's like they just gotta see. Just gotta see.
Yeah.
You know what I think would work with VR? Like, you know, like arcades? Arcades are kind of like, they're antique and old right now. But what if, like, you added VR games to arcades? Like
Yeah, it could bring back the arcade scene. Like,
oh, like that one carnival game, video game on the Wii. I don't know what it's called, but it was like...
it's called Carnival Games.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
We did that. Okay, so if they were to bring that to the VR system, honestly, that's...
2K Games, if you're listening, that would be an awesome idea. I would buy it day one, and also buy a VR headset. Like,
well, that's a question for you guys. Have you ever used a VR system before?
I actually did this VR like Rabbids ride with, you know, like the rabbits that like scream and like go crazy. Yeah, I did this Rabbids game. It's like a roller coaster ride, and it actually felt like pretty real, but like the visuals just weren't there. Like Like it wasn't like HD visuals that I'm used to seeing on my PlayStation. So I think like the technology, it's good. Like it's immersive. Like the VR thing. Like I was actually like kind of scared for a minute, like because they had like the roller coaster ride and like, I was like falling off or something, and like it's really like immersive. But like at the same time, it needs to like grow and become more powerful, and like as hardware becomes more powerful, like PCs and stuff, to do high quality 1080p VR, at least 1080p VR experiences.
It was like, because I had an experience at the mall. If you don't know, that Microsoft store next to the Build-A-Bear workshop. But basically I went there with my friend and I tried it on, and they were playing this specific shooting game. It was like you shoot lasers at the aliens, whatever.
Oh, it might have been one of the, I think it's like
one of the store ones. Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah.
Alien,
But
I think.
pretty much I was just like, you put it on and it's like you have the wand with you, so you're walking through, you're shooting, whatever. And then me, being the idiot I am, actually fell. So
Yeah, it gets so immersive, but at the same time, like you agree, like the visuals just weren't there yet, right?
Oh yeah. And it's just,
Yeah.
but it's just like, you know, you're just transferred to this other world.
I think it's just like a gimmick now.
It
Y'all
is.
agree?
Yeah.
Like VR is just like a gimmick,
Yeah, right
but like
now.
it needs to prove itself as a like a sustainable like source of gaming. Yeah. So I think that wraps up our third episode of Tech War. If y'all like this, make sure to subscribe and like on all platforms, and also follow us on our social media platforms that are going to be down in the description of every platform. I'll go check those out. Twitter at Oakroar, and Instagram at KO_Void Media. And we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
Adios.
That was my okay. Bye.